My people, Brawl Stars has been busy, and that is an understatement, my goodness. We got a crap ton of brand new information within the last few days here, and in my opinion, not all of it has been uncovered, so there are things that we need to get into here in today's video, as well as some other really important Brawl news-esque things to get into. But before we get into the important details, a quick word from our sponsor here today. I'd like to give a huge thank you to today's video sponsor, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Beautiful. It has an insane 7.6-inch display here on the inner screen, which is not only phenomenal for gaming, which we're all gamers out here, but let's be honest, on a phone, it's important to be able to do other things like watching videos, streaming, multitasking. Speaking of which, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 is one of the lightest models of the Galaxy Z Folds. It fits in your pocket so much nicer than a lot of phones out there, and knowing that it can still do this is crazy. In comparison to the iPhone 16 Pro, I believe this fits in your pocket so much nicer, but at the same time, it could do much more. And I gotta say, one of the things that I've been absolutely enjoying the most about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 is the multitasking. I'm a gamer and I love to be entertained with videos at the same time, watching my favorite streamers. Being able to have multiple windows, it feels like you're using two monitors on a PC setup. You can game underneath and then watch a video on top. It is so useful and entertaining, which again, in comparison to a device much like the iPhone 16 Pro, you're limited to just one window, where this, I feel like, really excels in multiple factors. So what are you guys waiting for? If you're on the market for a brand new device, I would highly recommend checking out the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. It is one of the most useful phones I've ever been able to use. I'll be leaving a link in the description down below for you guys to check it out and get it for yourself. I know you will not be disappointed. Once again, a huge thank you to Samsung and the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 for sponsoring this video here today. But with that being said, let's get back to the video. Here we go. In the most recent video here on the BrawlStar's YouTube channel, we were introduced to the brand new community event where we can get a brand new free box, I should say 10 of them, the dead boxes. But that's not all that was shown in this very exciting community event, the trailer of it. We also got some leaks, some fun update Easter eggs in the form of brand new hypercharges coming out in the update. In my humble opinion, they made them pretty dang obvious, right? Within like the first 20 seconds of the video itself, they dropped the two hypercharges that were very clear for us to see. We got Ruffs, as well as, of course, pennies here. So 2 confirmed out of the 6 that should be coming, but who knows? I know we were confirmed, and I saw some theories that seeing that we have a select date that the Brawl Stars dev team wants to have the hypercharges complete at, it might change how many we get each update, but I can't confirm that just yet. But either way, we're just going to go off of that baseline 6 that we normally get, right? So that means there are 4 still remaining. However, there was another one that was leaked some time ago that not a whole lot of people are talking about. But before we move along from the community event announcement video, I do just want to kind of update you guys where we're at currently, at least at the point that I'm recording this video. And we're already at the 5 billion mark, which is pretty dang crazy. I think there's enough hype around the dead boxes that we shouldn't have too big of a problem to get to that 20 billion cap, to get the 10 free dead boxes. And like I said before, if my memory serves me right, I don't think we've ever failed a upper limit of these community event challenges. So I think we should be fine. You should be able to expect to get these dead boxes, but make sure to keep the pedal to the metal, right? We all got to do our part to get as many wins as possible, or takedowns, I should say. But getting back to the other hypercharge sneak peek that not a lot of people are talking about, and believe it or not, it was found in the roadmap video 3 days ago. I want to give a huge shout out to D Main over here on Twitter for first pointing this out to me, because I wouldn't have been able to find this out at all. When it comes to these hypercharge leaks, I think the Brawl Stars dev team very intentionally give us very obvious leaks, but for things like this, examples like this, I think these are unintentional ones that weren't supposed to be found, but just made it past all the editing, then posted to the main Brawl Stars YouTube channel. Now, I gotta say, there are a crap ton of theories of people saying, oh, it might be an Ash hypercharge. I saw people saying that Gray might be getting a hypercharge, but one in particular that I think I can actually confirm is seen in this screenshot here. So the clip in question that's getting a lot of buzz inside the community that might be pointing to a third leaked hypercharge can be seen around around the 1 minute mark of the roadmap video a few days ago, and I'm not 100% certain that this is giving us a potential leak. Most of the time when it comes to these types of videos, I just like to report what the majority of the community is talking about, right? It's hard to kind of push aside all the different conversations that are happening in regards to this, but where it can be seen, and it's so dang minuscule, but we have a player on the red team there with the Hypercharge swirling icon, right? And it seems like if you look at it fully, that there might be some shooting mechanics going on there. It's super quick, but what it reminds me of and what a lot of people have been talking about inside the community is like a Lola with her ego down, so her super, and shooting the other way. So we're getting like some flash mechanics, but the Lola super is attacking somewhere. So I'm not 100% certain if this is going to pan out to be anything in particular, but at the very least, I wanted to bring it up just in case. You guys know I like to look into everything as closely as possible, and especially if it's getting a little bit of backing from the Brawl Stars community. So jotting down all of it right now, we know 100% certain that Ruffs and Penny are going to be getting hypercharges, with the biggest Easter egg or speculative hypercharge being Lola from that clip. Let me know what you guys think. I'm about 50-50 on it. It could be really anything. It's hard to tell, especially since it's something that you can tell that the Brawl Stars dev team didn't intend to be like a sneak peek. It could really be anything, but at the very least, I thought I'd put it by you guys. But speaking of this next update related content, in our very last video here on the channel that we made, we had discussed this really interesting do not enter aspect coming, right? A portal to some dimension. Definitely an Easter egg related thing. I think we can all agree here. But there's two things that end up happening when you tap it like incredibly hard. You get a jump scare from a potential hypercharge Mortis gang coming around the corner, or you get a look-see of a potential Easter egg photo of a ominous gift shop thing. And that is this bad boy here. Now, in the most recent video that we made here on the channel, I had mentioned that we're very surface level on it. A lot of the time when it comes to this type of stuff, I like to see what a lot of people inside the community are theory crafting about, speculating on, and what makes the most sense from these. And for covering Brawl Stars as long as I have, whenever we get a photo much like this, a lot of the time, the biggest things that come from it are skin sneak peeks. On very rare occasions, we might be able to get some articles of clothing for a brand new brawler around the corner, maybe like a mechanical thing that shows us that in hindsight, we won't know at the time, but once the brawler comes out, we look back and say, oh, that was definitely a sneak peek for the brawler that just came out. But again, that rarely happens. What I'm trying to get at is a lot of the time these photos, the main gist of them are skin Easter eggs. So why don't we get into the speculation inside the community? What's the most popular potential skin speculations? The very first one, and ones that I've been seeing a lot of people inside the community saying, is this very well could be a RT skin around the corner. Pretty much so the biggest push inside the community can be seen over here on Twitter with this tweet from Nexty, getting quite a bit of push inside the community, right? 2,200 likes, which is pretty dang good for the Brawl Stars community, let's be honest. Now, call me crazy, when I first saw this, I didn't think there was much of a like resemblance or anything like that, but I could just be stupid. I think where the majority of the Easter eggs or the speculation residing is just the structure of the cash register, right? It looks a heck of a lot like the super that 8-bit throws down, right? I can see that structure making a lot of sense. And then the kind of like bubble aspect above it, right, with the $sign in it, you can kind of see something like that in a similar fashion here with the projecting floating thing above it, right? Just the structure itself is pretty similar. So potential skin for 8-bit there with the cash register. But moving along to a few other things here, another fun speculation that people have been diving into is this little bat creature behind one of these portraits. People are speculating after a few days trying to dissect this that it very well could be a Otis skin reference. It's kind of reminding me of like the little dude that follows Otis around, right? Relating to his super, and possibly pertaining to that as well can be seen here, looking a lot like Otis, like a staff coming out of the coffin with like an Otis head there attached to it. So maybe something coming Otis's way from these sneak peeks here. Another fun little speculation, again, whenever it comes to these types of sneak peek photos, all you really got to do to find like interesting thing is just like oddball things out, right? So one of the things that caught a lot of people's eye is on this staircase, just a random staircase, but then a random object there. It looks like a skull with a little hat there. A ton of people were thinking that this might be related to Mr. P and his super, a penguin porter, maybe like a skull version of the penguin porters, right? Super interesting. I think it might make some sense. Now, it's hard to go any deeper than that. We're seeing a lot of skin references and whatnot, but I guess there's a little bit more speculation that might not mean a whole lot. There's this like weird weird object up there. It might be a piece of candy. I saw some people saying that it might be a harmonica or something like that. And I saw a few other people being like, oh, is this a brand new brawler, this floating portrait, which I don't think is the case. Then other than that, really the biggest speculation is coming from this unknown robotic character with 4 arms. Could just be some sort of like structure inside of the gift shop itself. Normally like new brawler Easter eggs, if that is the case, aren't this obvious. They're not just gonna show the brawler as is in a Easter egg photo, but there's first times for everything. But you guys will have to let me know what you think. This definitely is giving me Easter egg foreskin vibes, but who knows, man. It's really, really exciting. It's been a long time since we've had a sneak peek or Easter egg photo like this outside of like the big one that we get a day before the Brawl Talk. So I'm eating this up. I wish the Brawl Stars dev team would do this more often, giving us little clues for us to find out for the next update. It's always a really good time. Moving along, before we get into other news that I guess isn't pertaining to the next update, but I think this one definitely has some legs for the next community event that's coming around the corner for the next update, and that is that whole Edgar versus Mortis campaign. However that's gonna go, I'm not sure, but it's a thing that's been confirmed. Taking a look at a tweet from CLB, a very, very good resource inside the community if you guys are trying to keep up to date with Easter eggs, sneak peeks, update news, things along those lines. Very good resource. But they end up saying a new skin for Edgar. In today's interview on Flow Games with Danny, he gave us a sneak peek that Edgar would be getting a new skin. What do you think about it? So the fun thing about this is, well, CLB posts this. He ended up doing an interview with, I believe, a content creator. I might be wrong about that. I didn't actually watch it. But in it, they dropped that Edgar is going to be getting a skin in the next update. And the fun thing about this is, this was before we knew anything about what we do know currently inside of Brawl Stars. This tweet or the video was made a little bit ago, right? October 12th. So with the context of what we know now, it might make a lot of sense, seeing that we kind of can confirm that that Mortis Hypercharge skin could be coming out in the future. We're like 95% certain. I don't know what other explanation that Demon Mortis guy could be from these sneak peeks. So we could be seeing a Hypercharge skin for Mortis and potentially a Hypercharge skin for Edgar to kind of be compatible with that community event that's coming out in the next update. So I thought that was really, really fun. I'll have to let you guys know if we come across any additional information about this. We know a lot more about the Mortis skin than we do the Edgar one. All we really do know about the Edgar skin is that it's confirmed coming out in the next update. So hey, if you're a lover of Edgar, lover of Mortis, we're eating good this update. Let's just say that. But then finally, to wrap up this video here today, something that I told you guys I would keep you up to date with if we found out any more information on, and that is the prizes for the Brawl Stars World Finals. This is the biggest prize pool that we'll get for the watch along over here on the Brawl Stars esports website. The prizes can be seen here. We're getting a spike pin, which I think we had mentioned in a recent Brawl News episode, some undisclosed pins over on the Brawl Stars dev build, and this was one of them. So I think we were correct in predicting that these would be related to the Brawl Stars esports. We got the spike one, tons of star drops to be unlocked. We got a ranked star drop at 100 points. I'm not sure if you guys are really excited about that or not. I don't know. I'm a hater of the ranked star drops. Call me crazy. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like I only get bling out of these things. But we're getting that at 1,000. We get the melty pin, the champy pin at 1,300, 1,500, a legendary star drop, which is pretty dang hype. Then at 1,800, we get the digital glitchy champy pin, which we had also mentioned in that episode, possibly pertaining to Brawl Stars esports. But then to wrap it all off, the piece of resistance, the biggest reward that we're getting is going to be a free Hypercharge. This is now the second year in a row that this is the like big reward. Way back in the day, we were able to get a exclusive skin, which was always really, really exciting, but I don't know. It could just be me. I'm more of a cosmetic guy, and the potentials around that being like cursed accounts that you can make with it and things along those lines. But let's be honest, for those of you out there who are more in tuned with progression-based things, this is definitely a better reward than a skin. Getting a free Hypercharge is pretty much the best thing that you can get progression-based. It's the thing that we always hope that we can get out of a star drop. It's one of the best things, right? Getting it for free, you're saving 5,000 coins on your account. So I kind of like it. It's pretty hype, right? Free progression, but I don't know. Call me a hater. I would love to see a skin. Now, almost every year we end up doing like a prediction guide for you guys when it comes to this type of stuff, so we can get the points, we can get the free rewards. I don't know if I'm 100% certain going to be doing it this time around. We'll have to wait and see. But if that's something that you would like to see, for those of you who don't follow esports too much and you just want a cheat sheet to follow, even if I get it wrong, you know, maybe who cares? We're all in it together. We lose, we win together, whatever it be sure to let me know. I'll try to do some more digging and some research as to what might be the best picks to do so once that time comes around. But yeah, man, this is about all I got for you guys here in this episode today. Just trying to keep you all in the loop of update related info that's been happening here as of recent. Very fun time inside Brawl Stars. Can we all just say that? There's been so much hype stuff that just came out within the last like 5 days in the community. So much stuff to look forward to. The Brawl Stars dev team has been hitting hard with these updates. So yeah, hopefully you guys are looking forward to everything that's going to be coming out here very, very soon. And yeah, we'll be talking super soon. Adios, everybody. Take care.